boy Mike. Welcome to Mike's Motivational Monday. I know you might be tired. I know you might be thinking, man, another week at this job, but we're going to get you through it. I'm finna give you the inspiration and motivation that you need for the entire week. This is the first episode, so I thank you for being here with your boy. We finna learn, how do I find my passion? When I was in high school, I graduated as salutatorian of my class. And for a salutatorian, you have to give a speech. I remember writing down my speech. I remember getting up there and saying it in front of people. And I remember how people resonated with my speech. And it was amazing. That was the first time I spoke in front of hundreds of people at my graduation. And it was amazing. But I still wasn't aware that that was my passion. There was another instance when I was in college and I was taking a public speaking class, and I noticed when everyone else got out there, people were on their phone, they were texting, they weren't paying attention to them. But when I got up, I noticed that everyone put their phone down and they were attentive to what I was saying. But I still didn't realize that was my passion yet. And then I remember my senior year after I graduated, it was the summer after I graduated college and got my bachelor's degree. One of the professors came to me and said, hey, we're having a couple of kids on campus. I would really like for you to come and speak to them about your experience here. And so for the event, when I went and spoke to them, man, at first I took it lightly. But when I got there, the kids had out their notepad. They were listening. They were very attentive. They were asking so many questions that I was like, oh man, what am I saying that are making these kids listen and actually take notes about my experience? And it was amazing to me. But I realized what I had to do. First, I had to listen. You might want to write that down. I had to listen to what my passion was telling me, what my calling was telling me. Hey, here I am speaking and these people are listening to me. And so I had to just listen to that. I really had to listen to that. Actually, when I started listening, I started to run away. And so my passion really scared me because I'm like, how can I be a motivational speaker and I'm scared to even speak? I joined an organization called Toastmasters, and it was like one of my coworkers was just like, hey Mike, come to this Toastmaster thing, you will love it. It's for public speaking to help you with your leadership skills. I was like, okay man, I'll go. So I went, and these people were speaking, they were having fun, they were enjoying themselves. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to join. I'm going to give my first speech, and I'm gonna finish the program. And so after I gave my first speech went wonderful. And I'm like, oh man, this is scary. I got all these people listening to me and they have these expectations of me. And for me, I'm a shy person. I don't like none of the glory. I don't like none of the praises. I don't like being patted on the back, And so that stuff scared me. And so I ran away from it. And so that's point number 2. Stop running. You got to stop running away from your passion, because we as a people, we tend to do that. We tend to run away from that thing that we know, that we feel in our heart that we should be doing. Because it scares us. Because it make our knees knock a little bit. It make our teeth shatter. And that's what it's supposed to do. Because that's our passion. That's our purpose. And so I started to run away. I only gave one speech to the Toastmaster organization, and I basically stopped going. I was even avoiding people in a hallway at work because I knew they were going to ask me to speak again. And so I was running away, and that's something you just can't do with your purpose, because guess what? It's going to always chase you. It's going to always come back to you. And then, so I joined another Toastmasters group, and basically the same thing happened. I gave a wonderful first speech. People congratulated me, patted me on the back, all of those things which I didn't like. But then, I told myself, if I just give that second speech, if I just give that second speech. And that's my third point. You have to overcome fear. Overcoming your fear is one of the best things that you can do when you're trying to find your passion. I told myself, if I just gave one more speech, I would have done better in this Toastmasters class than I did in the last Toastmasters class. But man, it was hard. I was struggling with myself mentally, and I was just telling myself, I'm like, man, like, you're not that good. And we do that sometimes to ourselves. Like, we'll sabotage ourselves. We'll just say, hey man, you're not that good. Have you ever done that before? I bet you have. We all do it. And so I'm sitting up there struggling with my mind, like, but at the same time, I'm still writing. I'm still writing my second speech. So I have my second speech ready, but I'm still not ready mentally. Then finally I did it. I pushed myself, gave my second speech, and then it was awesome. You know, people still congratulating me, patting me on the back, and that's exactly what I talked about, how I didn't like that. And so I just basically took the thing that was holding me back, and I put it in the speech, and it actually helped other people. And from that, from me overcoming my fear and continue to take steps forward, like, once I gave my second speech, it felt like I overcame my fear. Everything started to become easier for me. And that's what will happen. Everything will start to come easier for you if you just keep going. Do not let your fear hold you back. Do not think to yourself. Do not sabotage yourself. Do not think that you're not good enough. Do not think that you're worthy, because this is your calling. It's going to always come back up. That's what I want you to get. You cannot run away from your passion. You cannot run away from your passion. So you have to, no matter what you do, man, like, you can go here, you can go here, you can run back here, but your passion is still going to come right here. You're going to come back to this spot. Because guess what? That's what you're made for. That's what you're here for. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for rocking with your boy. It's your boy, Mike Davis. Thank you for joining Mike's Motivational Minute, Mike's Motivational Monday. We're going to be here every single Monday to give you motivation. I'm your coach. I'm your motivator. I'm your inspirator.